All right, it's Friday, July 28th. We got a typhoon outside, so what do you do when everything's shut down except for the liquor store? You do a quick beverage check, and this one is for my friend Trev Power, who likes his beer and likes his IPAs. So here you go, Trev. Figure 32 NT to the dollar. So Trev, this one's for you. Here's a sugarcane oolong tea ale, and this is 500 milliliter. And what's the alcohol content? 4.0, Trev. And here's a craft beer, Centauri, with grape in it, and that's a 6%er. These are 59, so less than $2, my friend. Here's a garage, the Spirit of Craft lemonade beer, 4.1% alcohol. That's 59 as well. Here's 99. We get into the high octane. Kind of a funky can, Trev. Around the World High. Looks like 9% alcohol. So that's pretty high, yeah, 9%. So Trev, you got to try this one. That's for you, buddy. That's like a little less than $3. So they got strawberry beer, 9.99, craft beer. What is that one? 5%. Lagunitas. What is that? Let's take a look here. 6.2. There's a funky can. Look at this thing. Look at that. 4.5. This is from Vietnam. Are you kidding me? Sure is. Vietnam. Raspberry Lemon Cooler. It's a beer from, what's that brewery? Taiwan Brewing. All right. Here's the alcohol content. 8%. And these are about $3. So Trev, all kinds of opportunities here. What is this? This one's less than $3. No idea the name. Somewhere in Taiwan it's probably made. Oh, it's made at Taiwan Brewing. All right. Here in Taiwan. Grass Jelly Ale. Grass Jelly Ale. What's the alcohol content? 4.5. 4.5. Here's another one. What is this? Hibiscus Tea Ale. Trev Hibiscus Tea Ale. 5% alcohol. Made at the same brewery. Let's look at Taiwan beer. But that's under 5%. Or at 5%. And alcohol content. 5%. Pretty good, Steve. Taiwan beer. Here's some funky looking Kirin. Nice can, grape. Barely any alcohol at all. Oh, 5%. Okay. So there you have it. Kinda cool. Kinda cool. All kinds of neat stuff. This is interesting. That's an interesting looking can. Lager, crisp and refreshing. Bira. 500 milliliter, 4.5%. Where's that made? Where does this come from? India. New Delhi. about that, huh? That's an interesting beer. That comes from New Delhi. Sure does. Here's another one, 500 milliliter, 4.7%. Super fresh white. Here's another one, High 9, 500 milliliter can, 9%er. Craft, 196, 5% alcohol. Suntory, that's Japan. So there you have it, bud. You got all kinds of selection here. What's this down here? Yubishu, that's clearly Japan. And what is that? 5% alcohol. This looks like it's Korean beer. Nordic Pilsner. Where's that from? It's from Norway. Looks like a Korean. It looks like a Korean symbol, but it's from Oslo, Norway. And what's the alcohol content on this? 4.7. So we got a 4.7er right there. 4.7. Looks like it's pretty popular. And look at this one. This one's interesting can. What's that? Sugar cane oolong tea. That's the one I looked at earlier. Great can. 4.0. And they've got all kinds of other good hooch here too. Here's the for the general public. Asahi. So yeah, this is a great little liquor store. It's in Kaohsiung. We're in the midst of a typhoon. I got to go to Taiwan, and the train got canceled. So everything's canceled today except the liquor store. There's a Sapporo. I actually used to like this with sushi. That's pretty good. What's the alcohol content of this? They don't make this one real easy to read, do they? 500 milliliter. Where's the alcohol content? 5%. 5% on the Sapporo. So, that's pretty interesting. Put that right there. So there you have it, you know. Quick little alcohol check. Bailey's, not bad. Not bad. Once in a while you can get it for like $19.95. But they're popping the Baileys these days for, what is it, 700 NT. So that's about a little over 22 bucks US. Nice bottle of Kahlua. $4.99. It's not bad. $4.99. Figure 32 NT to the dollar. Got a great selection of tequila. Great selection. I'll tell you what they've got a great selection of. Not only tequila, but rum. Look at this wonderful, wonderful area of rum. And I've hit that hard in the past. But those days are fortunately behind me. There's a great Dead Man's Fingers. It's all tequila, flavored tequila. This is my favorite right here. I got tons of that at home. My wife Michelle can attest to that. I probably got 30 bottles of that stuff. But here's the steal of the deal. They've got some really good vodka. If you're a vodka drinker, these guys, they've got some good, a really nice vodka selection, and they've got some nice stuff from Poland and from our friends over in Russia. Get yourself a nice bottle of Russian vodka. Kettle One, Belvedere. You see the pricing. It's pretty reasonable. 30 bucks. Grey Goose. Sorry for the fingers. Absolute. The usual. There's Stoli. I used to go through that when I was in college. And then they've got a great selection of gin. I mean, look at this. That's just fantastic. Look at that. Columbia gin for $13.50. That's a good price. That's good gin. Tanqueray, that's garbage. What do we got here? Thomas Dakin, that's good stuff right here. I've got a bottle of that at home. $16.80. 50 bucks. Brokers. Old Raj. I like Old Raj. Old Raj. 20 little over 23 bucks. Old Raj. But look at this. This is all gin. This whole area is gin. So it's fantastic. They've got a nice gin selection. So yeah, we're in the midst of a typhoon. So what do you do when everything's closed other than the liquor store? You go to the liquor store. Pretty neat. But this place has got some nice stuff. And I have supported their net income quite well. Tim, how do you pronounce this place again? I'm sorry. Jinchang in Kaohsiung, right? Yeah. Jinchang. So if you're in Kaohsiung, this is a really well stocked. There's really Big Pete Isle Malt Scotch Whiskey. So if you're in Kaohsiung, Jinchang is the place to go. They've got a great sake selection here. So beverage check on a very windy, rainy, dreary. We're at the tail end of it. It's into China now, so we're just getting the backside of it. But they shut everything down till like 2 o'clock. So I may try and catch the train later this afternoon and get some tests done up in Taipei tomorrow morning. But until then, we'll just do some beverage checks. Here you go, Red Bull, $49. It's $1.50. Perrier, the minis, $1.50. Evian, $1.50. Do they have the old Bacchus D? I don't see the Bacchus D. They used to have Bacchus D. That stuff will sober you up. Sprites, Cokes, usual cast of sugar characters. Little fake orange juice for about 60 cents. Perrier. So yeah, there's somebody left their garlic. Very nice. Jägermeister for $4.99 NT. Yeah. What is that? 15 bucks, 16 bucks US. Kind of cool. So they got pretty nice pricing. Frangelico. Boy, you know what you do? Take some Frangelico, warm it up in the microwave, and pour it over some vanilla ice cream, some Haagen-Dazs. Do that with the Kahlua, the Frangelico, or the Baileys. Then you hit the couch. And the next day you wake up and work it all off. But that's good stuff, Frangelico. A friend of mine, Larry Gilly, over 40 years ago gave me that tip. And it's good stuff. Frangelico. Good price too, $6.80. So, figure a little over 20 bucks. You know what they don't have here though? That I wish they did have? Because there's marsala. Make sure you sell some chicken marsala. Good price on marsala. So this place is very competitive as far as pricing goes. And I like it. The one thing they don't have that I wish they did have was Old Monk from India. I never can find Old Monk, and it's really good rum for the price. But you got to be into vanilla and sugar cane and caramel. But if you're into that type of if you have a palate for it, I'd highly recommend Old Monk. I had it in Vietnam at Delchini, my Indian restaurant, and man, I tell you what, it was pretty hard to beat. Didn't have a lot of it. I bought that the last time I was here. It was pretty hard to beat, but you can't find it anywhere, especially the 7-year. This is good. The 7-year Havana, I got tons of that at home. But yeah, here you have it, you know, at the liquor store, just doing a price check, being a good boy, not buying anything. We're going to, I've lost, 12 kilos? 11 kilos, 11.8, we'll call it 12. So I've done really well with myself. And one of the reasons why I've done well is because I've significantly cut alcohol. There's Tim. Look at this. Here's our typhoon. This is the remnants of a typhoon. Basically, we're getting a lot. Not basically, we're getting a lot of rain. Wind and rain. Wind is dissipated, but the rain has continued. So the trains got canceled this morning. I went to the train station and no more train till like 2 o'clock. Everything's supposed to open at 2. So I don't know that it will, because it's hazardous for people here because they ride around on scooters. So it's very, very slippery. This is kind of a cool place, and what I like about it is if they have they have test bottles. So you can come here, you can basically come here and get loaded, because you can go from bottle to bottle and test them out. Don't believe me? Here, take a looky-see. Look at this one. It's not even, look at there, 2/3 empty. And they got a bunch of them right here. Tim, you could just come here and drink every day and sample everything out, you know?
No.
You could. They got them all here.
Okay, second time,
You think?
the third time.
As long as you buy something. I bet you, if you buy something, you'll be all right. Here's some, yeah, Glenn Grant. I mean, there's a bunch of them to sample. Remember, you used to have hundreds of them up here. They're gone. They've cleaned this place up a little bit. This place, you walked in here before and it was a mess. Now there's another bottle. So they got some nice stuff here. They have some really nice stuff. Macallan's, 89,000. Wow. $2,500. It's a nice bottle of Macallan's. Huh? Yeah, so they used to have the high-end store was next door, and they consolidated and brought some of the stuff over here. High-end stores hardly ever open. I can't quite figure that out. They're open about every 5th or 6th day, and I've been in there 4 or 5 times, and it's they got some pretty expensive stuff over there. There's some Suntory. Got some nice Japanese whiskeys. Pete Reek, Blackadder, interesting. So you can see the pricing. It's pretty competitive. Glenrothes, Highland, it's a little over $100. The Cheetah. I got a couple bottles of that at home. Yamazakura, had that before. So yeah, and then you got the old favorites. Singleton, Johnny Walker, 21-year age Johnny Walker, Courvoisier, Mortlach, Glenlivet, Martell, So yeah, the usual cast of characters. There's a nice little collection over here. So yeah, here's the Royal. I've never had that. The Royal Brockla. I don't even know how you pronounce it. I guess that's a Highland, right? Yeah, it's a Highland. Then you got Glengoyne, some Isles. We got some nice wine, some Penfolds. What is this called? Smokehead. Never had that. Thankfully. Some specialty whiskeys. Like I say, I've cut back, so I'm doing well. I'm doing real well. Old Perth, $30. Jim, they got a big bottle of Jim. Good price for a bottle of gin. That's less than $10 for a bottle of bourbon. That's a good price. Here's the Cheetah. That's a good price. About $30. Macallan 12. Sorry, I'm a Macallan 18 guy. I would refuse. I gotta have if I'm gonna drink Macallans, it's gonna be 18. Give you a tip: if you want to figure out the year of Macallans, line them all up and go by the color. Darker the color, older the older the Macallans. Win a lot of money doing that. Get yourself the 8, the 10, the 12, the 16, the 20, 24, 28, and 32. If you can afford the 32, good luck to you. But you can win a lot of money by doing a visual assessment and guessing the year just by the color. Macallans is a dead giveaway. The older the Macallans, the darker it is, and it's pretty easy to figure it out. There's Centauri. So they got a nice selection here. So if you're in Kaohsiung, hit the local hooch store. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Here's Dalmore. I've got some of that at home. In fact, I've got this bottle right here. $250 I paid for that. No, I paid about $170. Anyway, so yeah, everything's shut down except the liquor store. Liquor stores and 7-Elevens. It smokes. They got cheap cigars. They probably have the best bitter selection I've ever seen. Look at this. That's a really nice bitter selection. I mean, really nice. Look at that. They got the little minis for the flight. If you need to stock up for your flight. I used to love to take my Baileys on flights and have it with my coffee, but I cut back. I don't see the Baileys anyway. Do they have Kahlua? No Kahlua, no Baileys, no Amaretto. They got all the hard stuff. But I cut back. No more. I've done really well for myself, so I've done well. Look at the gin. That's what I love is gin. They have the gin buffet at the Elephant Bar in Phnom Penh at the Raffles. Highly recommend that, and highly recommended. All you can drink for 2 hours. Give the guy an extra $5 and you can sit there all night. It's like $25. Give him an extra $5 and you're in for 6-8 hours, and they'll carry you to the room. Trust me. Patron, bottle of Patron. So yeah, pretty nice. I love this place. I haven't been here in a while. Like I say, I cut back. I'm trying to change my ways a little bit. And my blood tests show it. I've done really well. Things are getting back to nominal, which is good. There's Patron right here. On that $14.50, about $45. Don Julio. gosh, look at this stuff. Such a great deal. Mount Gay. There's some Patron. So you can see the prices. Figure 32 NT to the dollar. So, all right, well, there you have it. You know what? Beverage check. End of July. It's Typhoon Day, so everything's closed. We got shelled out of the train this morning, and so I mean everything's closed except for the liquor stores and the 7-Elevens and emergency services. So I went to the station and it was no good. So we'll learn to fight either later this afternoon or tomorrow. It's not the end of the world. Grand Marnier. Trev, you'd love this place. Buddy Trev, and here's why. Look at all the glasses they got. They got all kinds of beer glasses here. You collect beer glasses. I've got that problem too, but I've cut back. But look at all the beer glasses. All different types of beer glasses. There's a Beck's, there's a wife beater, Stella, Boddington's, Tuatara. They got them all, Trev. And they're all like 50 cents each. There's Cass. Yeah, they're cheap. So they got all the beer glasses. If you're into collecting beer glasses, they've got tons of them. That's a nice little one right there. So yeah, I got to be careful so I don't end up buying the inventory here for my stupidity. There you go. That's a nice little Pilsner glass right there. Lager. Look at that. Not bad. Champagne glasses. So yeah, so this place is not, and then they got all the, the liquor companies, they give you out stuff. There's all kinds of knickknacks if you want to buy this stuff. They've got the higher end glasses over here, or they used to. Let's take a sneaky peek and see if they're still here. Yep, they are. They've cleaned this place up quite a bit. I'm proud of them. It used to be quite the obstacle to get through here. So there's a little nicer glasses. So there's the wine selection. We won't do wine, but trust me, they've got more than ample. Got some good stuff next door. But there you have it. You know what? Beverage check, end of July 2023. Steve in Kaohsiung. This is how it goes down when you got a typhoon. You just sort of take it easy and take it all in. Take it easy and take it all in. Gotta go, world. Bye-bye.